is to build organizations that are fundamentally, from the very beginning, from when it is just a twinkle in your eye, they are human-centric and social impact-driven. And my answer to it is to build organizations that are fundamentally, from the very beginning, from when it is just a twinkle in your eye, they are human-centric and social impact-driven. So I'm not interested in these businesses that suddenly see it as a new market opportunity or suddenly try and design structures that don't put the human being in the center. So I'm not interested in these businesses that suddenly see it as a new market opportunity or suddenly try and design structures that don't put the human being in the center, because, and perhaps I'm still idealistic, but I sense in the long run these other businesses are going to have, I don't know, stronger viability or something like that. And every single one, we put the human being in the center and design from the outwards. And I don't know how that's going to go. So I probably struggle with that answer the most right now, because I think the whole community and ecosystem needs to be aware of it and not fall asleep to it. Aware of it and not fall asleep to it. Aware of it and not fall asleep to it.
The object of the game, though, that if the human beings are invested enough in the actual process and see what it is, then they won't be so easily distracted by a seemingly lower cost, more corporate option. The lower cost, more corporate option. Every time that people say, oh, well, look what happened to the net. You guys started out oh so idealistic, and then it flipped over into this other thing that the net's doing. And I would argue, well, yes, but those of us who are sad about it are people who for whom the internet experience was anchored in 2, 3, 4 years of peer-to-peer activity and knowledge building and community building. So that if with Enspiral companies and Enspiral type companies, if they can anchor the experience for a lot of people in what that business or organization can actually be, they're not going to jump the way that Friendster did to MySpace did to Facebook, because all of those were equivalent strategies. They weren't actually, as you put it, they weren't human-centered. They weren't impact-driven from the beginning. So there was really no perceivable difference for the users to move from one thing to another.